So the title of this talk is actually the Ethereum of tomorrow, today. Mostly be about our new tools from OpenZeppelin regarding meta transactions. I had a workshop yesterday, but if you're interested in finding out how to actually implement these things, we'll have another workshop on Friday. I think the slide's at the end of this, so you'll be able to join as well. Check that out. My name's Dennison Bertram. I'm developer advocate at OpenZeppelin. And we build developer tools, and now we're helping you use meta transactions in your applications. So, first things first. As you saw with this poll, I'm really interested in getting statistics about people using our software and using software in general and understand this. So I have gotten actual footage of a new user trying to onboard to Adapt. It's real footage. That's what the experience is like today. I'm sure you all know this. You know, if you were going to go use CryptoKitties right now, you'd have to jump through the KYC loops, which we all know about. You'd have to get your Ether. You'd have to get a wallet. If you're on the subway, you probably don't feel like that's the best place to be writing down your 12 super secret, life-altering words. So what is missing right here is the user experience, right? Like Web3 is fantastic, but if the user experience is absolute crap, nobody's going to use it. Right? People don't use things simply because they're better. They use them because they feel a need and they're easy to use. So this interesting stat comes, I think, from Dapper Labs. They basically figured out with CryptoKitties that out of every 100 users who came to play CryptoKitties, they lost 99 of them at the install MetaMask step, which is crazy. Because if you think about how big CryptoKitties was, you have to think that was actually only 1% of what it could be. Right? I mean, if you had a company where you had, you were expecting to get $1 billion of sales because you had $1 billion worth of potential sales and you only got 1% of that simply because you had to install MetaMask, you'd be a little bit pissed. Your investors would be pissed, and you'd probably be screwed. Enter Gas Stations Network. So Gas Stations Network is a project by the Gas Stations Alliance, which was originally conceived by Tabuki, which is basically a meta transaction system to solve the user onboarding problem. The Gas Stations Network Alliance is these group of companies. Maybe there's actually more now, so don't hold me to that in case I'm missing somebody there. But basically the idea is we want to build something that is audited, secure, and a standard, right? It's very important that these things work across stacks. A lot of people build meta transaction solutions into their products, and that's great. But if these things aren't interoperable, then install MetaMask just becomes use this tool, use that tool, use the other tool, and you get user experience fatigue between applications, and that sucks. You can see the reason why like Facebook OAuth and Google OAuth is so successful, because just the username and email experience is such a high level of friction that even me, a paranoid person, is more than happy to log into Facebook. So what is the GSN? It's a decentralized group of relayers who are paid for relaying transactions. We use a single audited contract for coordinating all of this. That's called the Relay Hub. This is deployed on all the test nets and on mainnet. It's always at the same address. And the way it's actually designed, when you deploy it, it will always be deployed at the same address. So even when you create a sidechain or another network, it will always have the same address. And that's very important. We want to make sure that everyone's using the same tool everywhere. Dapps pay for their own transactions, so that's really interesting. Now, if you have a customer acquisition cost, it's the actual application that can pay for the gas for users to use it. And that's very important, because you can certainly imagine an app like DeFi, for example, where users are more than happy to pay 50 cents to take out a loan for $100,000 using Dog, right? But if they don't have that experience up front, maybe you're going to be losing users at the confirm this, install that step, and you don't have an application that's actually portable across devices. So what does this solve? Use like redirected gaps. Developers don't need to roll their own solution. That's very important, right? Like you don't roll your own version of Ethereum every time you want to build an application. You don't roll your own cryptography. I hope people aren't rolling their own cryptography anymore. And the system is decentralized. So, in the words of Yorov from Tabuki, game theory for the win. What this enables is new business models. So you can charge users in tokens to access apps. So for example, you can say, hey, you can pay all your transactions using DAI rather than using ETH, because that's a really kind of weird thing for a lot of users to tell them that, hey, this donut costs 50 cents, nope, 55 cents, nope, 60 cents, nope, 32 cents, right? That's a weird thing. People want to know how much things are going to cost them, and this can enable that type of business model. Another really interesting business model that we were brainstorming at OpenZeppelin is the idea that DAOs can pay transactions from the treasury. So if you're a member of Moloch DAO, why should you be paying gas using MetaMask? You already have this big treasury pool, right? If you're required to make a vote, why should you have to pay for that vote? So in this case, you could set it up so that all the transactions when somebody is voting in a DAO are paid for from the DAO's treasury, which is really, I think it's pretty cool, right? You can accept credit cards for dApps, right? So in this case, you can do something where you can use identity contracts, so you can use Wire, buy $5 worth of ETH using a debit card. It gets deposited at an address for which there's nothing there. Then you can deploy a contract that can refund the person who deployed the contract, and now every transaction that user makes is paid for out of their own balance, which is a lot more what we kind of expect applications to do. You can onboard users with Web2 technologies, and that's important because most of our phones currently are not yet really Web3 enabled. Certainly there's sort of hacky solutions to that. We see more browsery Web3 wars where people are trying to integrate more Web3 into their browsers, but now you don't need that, right? So users can actually access your application using Safari, which, as you know, is kind of impossible. Can everyone hear me fine, by the way? I can be more animated than how else my voice. I'm being honest. So, actual footage of a new developer trying to build a production app, especially with meta transactions. Right? So the other part of this, of course, is the developer experience. I'm sure there's a lot of developers here that I'm looking at, and building on Web3 is probably one of the most frustrating things you can do in your professional development life. Right? Like the documentation is weird, the experience is weird, it's difficult, you're rolling your own solutions, it breaks under strange circumstances. Very few of us have these multi-hundred people teams doing testing, all that jazz. Right? So we're building something that we're supposed to change the world, but for us as developers, it's very difficult. So if it's a difficult experience for us building, how are we going to build experiences that are pleasurable for users to actually use? So, the tools, right? So this is what OpenZeppelin has been working on the last couple quarters, and I feel it's going to be pretty amazing. Some of this you probably know, some of this is going to be new. We've recently rebranded. We're now OpenZeppelin, unifying our products. We have contracts, SDK and starter kits. Contracts inherits from our history of the OpenZeppelin library of smart contracts that are audited and secure, and we've added on to that. We have an SDK, which is a suite of tools to help you develop, test, upgrade, and deploy smart contracts, and starter kits. Starter kit developers right here, front row, pretty awesome guy. And it enables you to get up and started and running with the dApp in just a couple minutes. So especially now we have the gas station network enabled starter kit. That means that you can have an up and running meta transaction powered application within a couple minutes. As long as it takes you to npm install, you have a ready to go app where you can start building right away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through our tools, and I think it'll be a good part of understanding what we've been building. OpenZeppelin SDK. This builds on top of our previous product, Zeppelin OS. And when you install it, we now have complete tools for you as a developer. OpenZeppelin transfer, balance, send transaction, call. We still have the upgrades, contract creation, and more. So previously, I'm sure you all know that once you deploy the contract, you'd be like, oh, I want to test that counter function. Is it really implementing the way I thought? If you open up your console, you're like, let instance equals counter at that, oh no, that instance equals await counter at this. Then okay, instance.methods.send transact, oh, then from, or use that, right, it goes on. And then you change something about it, you're like, oh, okay, exit console, and start over, like instance equals painful, right? Now we have interactive CLI. You deploy your contract, you simply do OpenZeppelin or OZ for short, send transaction. It'll prompt you for the network you want to use, the contract that you want to use, the variables that you want to send, the arguments you want to send. It'll return the events and whatever else happens. Same thing with call. You can call any public method. We actually just pushed an upgrade, I think on Sunday, that now allows you to also get like your accounts. So in terms of like how easy it is to now like interact in your development process, it's crazy. This has saved like hours off my development time already. Yeah, and that's a complete CLI that's ready for your machines today. OpenZeppelin Network is a complete Web3 and GSM provider today. Also, the engineer behind is right here, so if you want to grill him for anything, he's right here. But basically what this net allows you to do is, instead of going through the process you might have used to do, get Web3, it's in your utils folder, or maybe we're on Cypher, maybe we should use like computer and Cypher or something like that. Instead what we have is context equals use Web3 network, you pop in your provider, and if you want to use the gas station's network and meta transactions, all you do is pass in an object, GSN true, and now your Web3 provider is meta transaction enabled. Everything is going through the GSN network. Just like that. You don't have to build anything fancy, complicated, works right out of the box. Additionally, down here, you see on the context object, it should be called context, Web3 context, same thing. You see accounts, your network ID, your network name, provider name, lib is your Web3, and then connected is the boolean, which tells you whether or not you're actually connected and the whole instantiation process is complete. You also have the ability to do events on it, so when your network provider changes, you can update the state of your application. All right, so in the front end, for getting your web, another great fact, it's enabled already for hooks. So if you want to simplify your code base for your apps on the front end, this makes life so much easier. You just pop it in, one line, you have a GSN-enabled provider, and that is available today. It's not in the future, that's right now, you can build on it. We have OpenZeppelin contracts, which allow you to enable meta transactions in your app today. So once you install the contract security package, all you need to do is import the GSN recipient contract and inherit from it. And at the minimum, you have a function called accept relay call, and at that point, your application is GSN compatible, meta transactions enabled. So your contracts now can accept meta transaction calls from the gas station's network. That's all you need to do at the beginning. Of course, there's a lot more configure options, but at the base, with that, you have the meta transaction enabled smart contract. That's available today. OpenZeppelin GSN helpers. We are a development tools company. The experience for developers is very important. The testing process is very important. So what we've built is a suite of GSN helpers that allow you to build this out. There's a lot of moving pieces when we're talking about meta transactions. We've attempted to simplify that as much as possible for developers so that they have a powerful, configurable, but also very testable and usable environment. So from here, you can see in a programmatic way, you can deploy a relay hub, you can run a relayer, you can register your relayer in the relay hub, and you can fund your recipient contract directly in code with these commands, just like that. We also have a CLI, so if you want to do it manually from the command line, you can do that as well, right? So in the past, maybe you had to compile your relayer, you had to do this, X, Y, Z, put all that together. Now you can do it simple. So you can use this code directly in your test, HI, whatever it is that you're using, so you can test the entire framework. You can understand how the system works. And this is developed and ready to use today as well. OpenZeppelin starter kits, we went through that. You're looking for a standard, stable, uniform way of starting your application, production applications, hobby applications, hackathon applications. OpenZeppelin starter kits give you a complete React application, OpenZeppelin smart contracts. You have your GSM provider as part of the networks. You have everything you need to get up and started and running with the contracts and meta transaction enabled application right away, right? So this is really going to like speed up your development time, speed up your prototyping time, and then you can take this along with you when you go to production. For when you're deploying on networks, such as RinkB or Mainnet, we have a GSN Relay tool, which is available today online. I think that is gsn.ethereum.org. Right, so if you go to gsn.ethereum.org, you can see the relays that are available. We are deployed live on Mainnet, so you can be using this in production right now. You can see there's 3 relays, 2 by us, 1 by TabletKey. We also have the DApp tool that allows you to manage, which essentially means like manage like the amount of money you store inside your contract to pay transactions directly from the web interface, also gsn.ethereum.org. So you can use the CLI, you can do it programmatically, you can do it however you want. Like if you're on the run and you just want to top up the balance, you just go in, grab your contract address, pop it up right there. All all of this, of course, is available today, and that's really important. One of the things that we believe at OpenZeppelin is that these development tools should not be promises, these should be realities. These are things that you are able to build on right now. And I emphasize that because so much in the community, sometimes we are looking forward to the future, especially when it comes to scaling solutions, user onboarding solutions that tend to seem like they're farther and farther in the future. But you can be building this, you can be building your unique onboarding solutions, you can be building your unique meta-transaction solutions, all of that today with production-ready tools right now. So we're going to go back to our poll really quickly to see how many people have actually used meta transactions. So the OpenZeppelin Workshop survey, have you used meta transactions? One person said yes, another said yes, and 7 said no. Now this is a bit of a trick because we've all used meta transactions, because actually this is a meta transaction enabled application. I built this on Saturday between lunch and dinner in just a couple hours while we were traveling. So this is not, I'm not the world's greatest developer, but I was able to build a meta transaction enabled application that you can use right now from your phone with zero friction, without expecting anything from it, not even knowing that that's what's going on. And that's the type of experience we're trying to enable for developers and users right now. Because if you can log in and use Safari and interact directly with, this is live on Ringport right now. If you can interact directly with an Ethereum smart contract application without even knowing it, that's a win, right? That's what we're looking for, where our ideas become something where we don't lose 99% of the people who come to use our app simply because they have to install MetaMask. So, to participate in our community, please go to forum.openzeppelin.com where you can answer questions there. There's a lot of us hanging out there. There's a lot of information. We really take feedback from our community very seriously. If there's something you need, something you want to add, something you want to change, please find us in the forum or on GitHub. We are really building things that help the community do what they're trying to do for developers. So, if you reach out to us, we will certainly get back in touch with you. If there's a feature that you need, we'll work on seeing if we can integrate that. If there's a problem that we need to fix, ping us and we will be on top of it. Here at Chainlink, we're going to be in a lot of different places. So Monday's past, Wednesday, we have Ramon Laqueros doing Building Dapps 101. At DAppCon on Friday, I will actually be doing a workshop on how to use this, how to actually build a meta-transaction-enabled app. So if you want to actually get your hands dirty, come and build and try the tools, please come by. And of course, always feel free to ping me, send me a tweet, hit me up, send me an email. I'm happy to talk. That's what I do. So if you have any questions, that's my 20 minutes.